Welcome to the 2021 DVT First Year Virtual Showcase. It has been an interesting year to say the least.
Due to the COVID-19 pandemic, the school year nearly didn't happen at all, but with proper safety measures, we were able to not only hold class, but engage in a solid quality education.
The year began with a simple exercise that allowed the students to get our hands on the gear and begin to understand how films and videos are made.
We called this project Daniel Walks to School.
Daniel. Present.
Next, we created a story for our first short film. We began by coming up with log lines, a one-sentence description of the story idea.
The class voted on their favorite log line, and it became the winner and was chosen to be made into the film called Full Deck.
Alright, welcome everyone. You all here because of your special talents in the criminal underworld. This job will be easy considering your reputations. Oh, you finally decided to show up.
Oh, I didn't realize I was late. I'm Jeremy.
Stop. No names. You wild card like we discussed. Please, take a seat. At least you remember your mask. Let's start our call sites for this job. As you know, I'm the house and y'all met wild card. Your clubs, your spades, your hearts. Baco is your driver. He already knows it's part of the plan. Since Diamonds got caught during our last heist, I got us a replacement on short notice. Your guys' goal is to get into a secure government facility and steal information for our buyer without setting off any alarms. Too much heat, and the buyer's my bail is off the deal. So let's get to your call roles for the job. Hearts, you're a hacker. You get us past keypads and control the elevators. Clubs, you're a muscle. Spades, you're the leader of the group. I expect you to make fast decisions on your feet. And wildcard, you're a jack of all trades. You assist others when they need it, so you just go along and be quiet. Baker will drop you off at the side of the building. After you get out, you will leave and won't return until you give him a signal. As you go through the building, you will need to make it to this elevator to go to the second floor.
Clubs, you're gonna take that guard out up there?
Got it.
Wild card, you're gonna help him hide the body. And Hearts, you need to get that elevator running.
I don't know if I can. Looks like it's got a pretty solid power wall.
Excuse me, sir.
Yeah.
My friends and I are trying to get to the second floor, but the elevators are locked and our key cards aren't working. I was hoping maybe you can help us out.
Yeah, sure. What do I care? I've already had my retirement party.
Great, thank you. Thanks again. Have a great retirement.
Ah, thank you.
As you make it to the second floor, turn right, and all the way down the hallway, there's a corridor. At the end is the server room.
Clubs, you're gonna stay out here and guard the door. You know what to do if anyone comes.
On it.
Be careful grabbing these. We only need one of them, so make sure you grab the right one.
Guys, get it together. We're on a time constraint. Just grab the one labeled, what? Sun theory?
Sure you have to wait for
I
house
guess
to
our
us.
process is out of type.
Guys, are you seeing this? This room is filled with government secrets.
You idiot! What did you do?
Bankroll! Get the car ready! We gotta get out of here! Now! Wait. Where's Wildcard?
I trade my soul for a wish, pennies and dimes for a kiss. I wasn't looking for this, but now you're in my way. Your stare was holding, ripped jeans, skin was showing, hot night wind was blowing.
Where is everyone? I don't know. They should be coming.
Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number, so call me maybe. It'll start to look right at you, baby.
Bankroll! Get us out of here!
So call me maybe. Hey, I just met you, and this is crazy, but here's my number.
You left everything behind? No wonder how Davis got called his last job. I can't believe how useless you guys are. Get out of here now!
Hey, Mom. How are you? Yeah, the job interview went great. So, did we get a buyer? Fantastic. Also, what's for dinner?
Next, we got to do short historical documentary videos. Each student was given a subject to research, write, and create a short video about it. Here's one on the unfortunate saga of Emmett Till.
July 25th, 1941. In Chicago, Illinois, a boy named Emmett Louise Till was born. His mother, Mamie Carthen Till Mobley, was born in Webb, Mississippi. In 1955, Emmett wished to visit Mississippi and see the Delta. Mammy's uncle, Moses Wright, had lived near the river and told stories about it. Mammy had planned a vacation to Nebraska to visit relatives, but after Emmett begged for her to take him to the Delta, she relented. Mammy did her best to make Emmett understand that Chicago and Mississippi were vastly different places, and that he would have to be on his best behavior in front of the whites in the South. On August 24th, 1955, Emmett Till and his cousin had skipped church that day. The boys had headed to Bryant's grocery to buy candy. The store was owned by 24-year-old Roy Bryant and his wife, 21-year-old Carolyn, who was alone in the storefront that day. Carolyn Bryant claimed that Till had flirted with her and whistled at her. This upset Bryant, enlisting J.W. Malam to assist in kidnapping Till. On August 18th, 1955, Bryant and Malam drove to Moses Wright's house. Malam, armed with a handgun and a flashlight, demanded Wright tell him where the boy who had done the talking to Bryant's wife. Till admitted to talking to the woman. Taking Till and tying him in the back of Bryant's truck, Bryant and Malam drove to Money, Mississippi, where they beat, shot, then tossed Till's body in the Tallahatchie River. 3 days later, August 31st, 1955, was when Till's corpse was found in the river. Till's head had been mutilated and crushed in, along with a gunshot above his right ear. Till's body was weighed down by a fan blade that had been fastened to his neck with barbed wire. The remains of his corpse were left unrecognizable and bloated. Moses Wright was only able to identify the body due to Till having worn a ring with his initials engraved in it. Despite the actions of Bryant and Malam, they were given overwhelming support from their community, raising over $10,000 for their attorney, which equates to $95,000 in today's money. Reporters glamorized the men as if they were celebrities. However, not everything went in their favor. After being acquitted, the men sold their story to a reporter named William Bradford Huey. The men boasted, openly talking about how they murdered Till. This led to them being ostracized by the black community that shopped at their stores, which quickly led to their storefronts going out of business. Emmett Till's funeral was a grim sight. Till's mother requested an open casket funeral for her son, stating, "There was just no way I could describe what was in that box. No way. And I just wanted the world to see." The media's attention on Till's funeral made international news, exposing the lack of rights black communities had in the South. Though it's been 65 years since Emmett Till's death, there are still extremists who believe Bryant and Malam did nothing wrong. These groups have gone as far as to deface Emmett's memorials, showing that even as times change, some ideals do not.
And, of course, being an election year, we had to create 30-second commercials for one political candidate.
Or a commercial promoting voting in general. What promised to be a contentious exercise turned out to be fun.
And we got to learn about slates, bars and tone, countdown, and all those esoteric television terms.
Here's one for your viewing enjoyment.
If you vote and you elect dishonest, incompetent people, and they get into office and screw everything up, well, you are responsible for what they have done. You caused the problem. You voted them in. You have no right to complain. I, on the other hand, who did not vote, who, in fact, did not even leave the house on election day, am in no way responsible for what these people have done and have every right to complain as loud as I want about the mess you created that I had nothing to do with.
Next, it was our year in review programs.
In a year which included a global pandemic, social justice protests, and a presidential election, there was no shortage of new material.
So, let's revisit a year many of us would just as soon forget.
Thank you for joining us today for a special production, DVT AM's Year in Review. The clear headline of the year is COVID-19, the airborne virus affecting millions around the world. A vaccine is underway and being released today. Make sure to stay safe in the meantime. Back to our production. Daniel with entertainment, Kieran with sports, Bree with music, Jay with politics and movements, and Max with gaming. Our crew has worked very hard to bring all of our ideas to life. Without further ado, enjoy the production. First up, Daniel Fabergé with entertainment.
Thank you, Noah. 2020 has been one of, if not the worst year for the entertainment industry. Over 212 American films have been impacted by COVID-19, with about 118 of them being delayed. On top of that, about 38 movie productions have been suspended due to COVID-19, with another 27 being delayed. In correlation to this news, movie theaters around the world have been closed down due to the pandemic, resulting in the weekend of March 13th through 15th, the weekend before the nationwide quarantine, being the lowest box office weekend since 1998. In April, AMC and Universal got in a feud over the VOD release of the film Trolls World Tour, resulting in AMC no longer releasing Universal movies. Could this all mean the end of movie theaters as well as the film industry? Well, not all hope is lost, as in September 2020, select theaters across the country have started to reopen with COVID-19 regulations. AMC and Universal have ended their feud in July and have reached a new deal. In other news regarding entertainment, VOD and streaming is more successful than ever. Studies show that during the pandemic, streaming services sales are up by a whopping 50%. On top of that, most American films have skipped theaters and instead released on VOD but for a cost. Streaming services such as Amazon Prime have Premier Access, which lets you watch these movies at home at the ridiculous price of $20. Most infamously, Disney released their latest live-action remake Mulan on Disney Plus for Premier Access at the even more ridiculous cost of $30. Such an expensive price for a movie. Recently, Warner Bros. Announced that all of their upcoming 2020 and 2021 films will be released simultaneously in theaters and on HBO Max. Some of these films include Wonder Woman 1984, Space Jam: A New Legacy, Godzilla vs. Kong, and Dune. So what does this all mean for the future of the entertainment industry? Will theaters ever fully reopen, or will VOD and streaming continue to dominate? Who knows? Only time will tell. Now on to Kieran with sports.
Been canceled the year due to COVID. All hope has not been lost yet. Between keeping up with the Bucks, the Lakers taking their 17th win. Here's some of the big moments from 2020, sports-wise. Brady, Gronk, and Antonio Brown to the Bucks, who are currently 8-5. TB12 was set to hit the free agency for the first time in 20 years of being signed to the New England Patriots. In his final resting spot, well, none other than the Bayfront and the Tampa Bay Bucks. But that's not all he brought with him. He also brought over the all-star tight end Rob Gronkowski, also known as Gronk. Mahomes also signed the largest NFL contract deal with $503 million for 10 years, keeping Mahomes with the Chiefs through 2031. And the Super Bowl, the big game of the year, will be hosted in Raymond James Stadium over here in Tampa. But everyone always wonders, who's going to be headlining it? Well, none other than The Weeknd for this year. And baseball news, the Rays with a miraculous Game 4 win, with the light-hitting Phillips delivering a tying single off to Kenley Jansen in the bottom 2 outs in the bottom of the 9th inning. That turned into the game-ending hit when the Dodgers dropped the ball twice, allowing Arozarena to scramble home. And in basketball news, the Lakers won their 17th championship title, beating Jimmy Butler and the Miami Heat, securing LeBron's 4th ring and his first champion win as a Laker. With the Lakers' great success, they also re-signed 2 of their players, LeBron James to a 2-year, $85 million contract extension, and Anthony Davis to a $190 million contract extension with the Lakers, with the ability to terminate the contract in the 5th year if he seems fit. Well, everything may go good. There always has to be some bad in 2020. This year, it took from us basketball icon Kobe Bryant and his daughter Gianna Bryant. The Lightning won the Stanley Cup this year over in hockey news, and his Tampa sports is all concluded. And that's all the Tampa news. In soccer, Liverpool won their first BPL title in 30-plus years. And that's all for sports in 2020. Now on to Bree with music.
Thank you, Kieran. 2020 has been quite the year. With the global pandemic shutting down most events like concerts and festivals, you'd think it'd be a slow year for music, but it has been quite the opposite. Many artists have released new music, such as Miley Cyrus, who released her first rock album on November 27th of this year. This followed her various rock covers, including Heart of Glass by Blondie and Take It to the Limit by the Eagles. Her new album features rock legends Billy Idol, Stevie Nicks, and Joan Jett. It also recently became the #1 rock record in this country. Other artists who have released music include Shawn Mendes with his Wonder album that he released on December 4th. He paired the new album with a Netflix documentary of his life as a performer with lots of unseen backstage moments titled In Wonder, released on November 23rd, which stars his girlfriend and fellow artist Camila Cabello. Ariana Grande has also come out with a new album titled Positions, which brought in over 174 million streams. Sadly, there's a low chance of us seeing these artists perform their new albums live due to the COVID-19 regulations. In the beginning of this year, singer Harry Styles was touring his album Fine Line, but unfortunately had to postpone the rest of the tour until 2021. In more tragic news, the lead guitarist of the rock band Van Halen, Eddie Van Halen, passed away on October 6th after a long battle with cancer at only 65 years old. This rock legend will be missed dearly, and his incredible talent will always be remembered. On the bright side, one event that has not been canceled are the 63rd Annual Grammys. The nominations were announced in November. Nominees include Taylor Swift, Dua Lipa, Roddy Ricch, all tied with 6 nominations. Beyoncé's in the lead, though, having 9 nominations, making her not only the most nominated this year, but the most nominated female artist in Grammy history. If she wins at least 4 of those Grammys, she will be the female artist with the most Grammy wins. And if she wins all 9, she will surpass Quincy Jones, who currently holds the title for the most Grammy wins of all time. Now on to Jay with politics and movements of 2020.
Thank you, Bree, for that amazing news. In the politics and movement world, there's been some crazy things happening in 2020 this year. One of the biggest and closest election races, the election lasted for 4 days. Mr. Joe Biden became president with the results of 306 to 232. Our new Vice President, Kamala Harris, is the first female black president to run as VP. They'll officially be in the office on January 20, 2021. Supreme Court Judge Ruth Bader Ginsburg passed away at the age of 87. She has been on the federal bench for 25 years. In 1993, she became the second woman ever to serve on the United States Supreme Court. Throughout that time, she has been continued to be a leading voice for gender equality, women's interests, and civil rights and liberty. Major protests were sparked at the end of May following the death of George Floyd in Minnesota. A video showing a police officer nearly forced neck went viral following his death. Police officer Derek Chauvin has been charged with second-degree murder, raised from an international charge of third-degree murder, and second-degree manslaughter. The case is yet to go on trial. 3 other officers who were there has been all charged with aiding and abetting second-degree murder and aiding and abetting second-degree manslaughter. Their case is also yet to go on trial. Now heading to Max for gaming in 2020.
Thank you, Jay. This year in gaming was pretty amazing with the release of the PS5 and the Xbox Series X. The PS5 boasting a custom AMD Zen 2 CPU with 8 cores running at 3.5 GHz, the GPU with 36 compute units running at 2.23 GHz, performing at 10.3 teraflops, and an 825 GB SSD with expandable storage, 16 GB of GDDR6 RAM. But the Xbox Series X is no pushover either, with a custom Zen 2 with 8 cores at 3.6 GHz, 16 GB of GDDR6, a GPU with 56 compute units capable of 12 teraflops, and an SSD with 1 TB of storage. Both consoles also have impressive games such as Demon's Souls, Bugsnax, Cyberpunk 2077, more on that later, Halo Infinite, Little Nightmares 2, and Spider-Man Miles Morales. All of which I can't wait to play. I mean, I'm probably going to play them on my PC, but the exclusives do look tantalizing. The Game Awards were recently, just last Thursday. The contestants for Game of the Year were The Last of Us 2, Ghost of Tsushima, Hades, Doom Eternal, Final Fantasy VII Remake, and Animal Crossing New Horizon. Just to let you know, Last of Us 2 won with like 7 awards, and Cyberpunk became Cyberflunk 2077 of top gamers. Although these are impressive games, with Doom Eternal being a much enjoyed entry in the Doom franchise, Final Fantasy VII being an amazing remake of the beloved JRPG, Hades being an impressive newcomer, and Animal Crossing being a much needed break from the going on of the outside world. Another zany tidbit, Sephiroth from Final Fantasy VII will be added to Smash. All that said, 2020 was an impressive year in gaming, and I can't wait to see what's in store for 2021, which is shaping up to being an even better year. Back to you, Noah.
Thank you, Max. To recap, 2020 has been one of the most eventful years in the past century, and our crew worked very hard to try to summarize it all up. We hope you enjoyed our production. Year in Review by DVT AM.
Next, we went back in time to the age of the film noir. After watching the classic Double Indemnity, we decided to take a crack at our own film noir.
And of course, being a film class, we had to set our film noir in the world of 1950s Hollywood.
So please enjoy Double Take.
A wise man once told me that this business will eat you alive if you let it, that you need hard skin and a tough heart. But he never told me the dangers of a starry-eyed woman. She was as cunning as a lion before pouncing on her lunch, as malicious as a shark eating her young, but her beauty outshined the universe. I did it all for her, but I never realized that I was dancing with the devil. I remember the first day I looked into her eyes. We were on set. I was working the camera like always.
Another one.
She took everything from you, didn't she?
What gave it away?
And Mr. Preston, you see a face like this more than once.
You hiring?
Cut! These lights are too hot. I can't work in these conditions. I asked for scene 4A, not 5A.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Harrison. I guess I heard wrong.
Yeah, damn right you heard wrong. Give me the other pages.
She was the new production assistant from the fancy upstairs office. No one knows why or how they let a dame on the crew, but I wasn't complaining. It made no difference to me.
We're gonna redo that shot, okay? Alright. Back to one!
This is ridiculous. We can't keep doing this.
You guys are gonna have to keep doing this.
We've been here all night.
All night? How are you guys gonna keep me through midnight? Come on.
I have kids
I thought he
to
was
feed.
I don't care.
Quincy was an interesting character, always obsessed with perfection. Maybe it was just because it was his first feature that the studio decided to give him.
Perfect, finally. Go stand standby. Quiet on set, lights, and action.
It was subtle but enough to show. I knew a heartbroken woman when I see one. She was crying tears of betrayal, but I couldn't understand why. Before I knew it, she was sobbing and Quincy snapped.
Cut! Monica, either you shut your trap or get off my set!
Rough day?
What gave it away?
Well, a real man always knows when a woman's in pain.
So you're a real man?
Come on. Let's get out of here. I took her to the cafe. It seemed like we were there 10 minutes, but it had been hours. She told me how she got work at the studio. She was a writer. A damn good one at that, too. She talked softly. It was like an angelic choir. It felt like we knew each other for years, in only a few short moments.
So what's it like being a cameraman?
Well, contrary to popular belief, it's a lot harder than it seems, especially with Quincy breathing down my neck. He really rubbed you the wrong way, didn't he?
Well, considering he stole my film, I'd say so.
How do you think that?
Why do you think they moved me to production assistant? They took my idea, hired me saying that I'd be the director, but of course they couldn't have that in their contract because they'd get criticized for hiring a female director. So it was a handshake deal. When I showed up on set the first day, they went back on their word. I tried to talk back and go to the head of the studio, but they threatened to take my writer's credits away, so I just stayed quiet.
That's some story you got there. Wow. However, the #1 rule in Hollywood is never do a handshake agreement. You know, if only you could do the same to him.
Now there's an idea.
You can't be serious.
It could be perfect. We'd have successful careers, financial stability. What more could we need?
No thanks, baby. I'm not going against the current. Go to a different fishing pond and find some other fool to do your work. Even though I walked away from that table, my mind was still there. That cup of coffee should have woken me up from her trance, but I couldn't shake it. All day it made me sick, no matter what I did. I tried to suppress it, but in the relapses of my mind, it kept playing a scenario where it worked. I stayed in my office at the studio. Going home just felt wrong. When I couldn't eat, I tried to sleep, and I couldn't even do that. Her words just kept playing over and over in my head. It wasn't until the next day when I found some clarity.
Hey, Richard. Something wrong?
Don't ask.
Poster came in today for the film.
Let's see what we got here.
You look sick. You okay?
Yeah, I'm just gonna go to my office for a second.
If this is your idea of being romantic...
You're nowhere near that poster.
What?
Your writer's credit got removed. But baby, it's gonna be okay. We're gonna get back at them. We're gonna get back at Quincy too.
Partners?
Partners. The plan was simple. We were gonna take the completed reel of the film and take it to the editor and change the credits. Meanwhile, Monica was going to talk to the press and give them a story saying the studio hired the first female director and give special credit to me. The studio wasn't going to care as long as they made their money. A monkey could have made it. The hardest part was getting the reel out of Quincy's office, which he treated it like a vault.
I don't understand why you're so mad, Mr. Morrison. The critics just love the screening.
What upsets me, Mr. Harrison, is that you went $100,000 over budget. I'm running a studio, not a filmmaking charity house. This is your one chance. And if I don't see a proper return on my investment, it'll be your last.
you get it? Here are the new titles.
Special credits to me, right?
You don't trust me?
You sure these are the new titles?
Well, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't. That's Mr. Morrison's signature right there. You're going to do what the head of the production team tells you, or is he going to have to find somebody that will?
All right, whatever the boss says.
Yeah, that's more like it. Make the call, baby.
Yes, the New York Enquirer.
Johnny, boy, do I have a story for you.
I couldn't believe what I was reading. She played me like a fiddle. She took credit for everything. The direction, writing, even my camera work. All I got was credit for holding the damn thing.
I would have done the same thing.
Then, several people got the chance to direct as we did a mashup of different scenes from the John Hughes masterpiece, The Breakfast Club.
As we dug into the emotional context of the scenes, we realized that what makes a timeless film are the memorable characters.
The issues that these characters struggled through 30 years ago are still relevant in today's teens.
Enjoy our take on The Breakfast Club.
Tell
Hey. Hey! What's going on in there? Smug little pricks.
Scumbag.
What do you guys say we close that door? Can't have any kind of party in here with Vernon checking us out every few seconds.
You know that door's supposed to stay open.
So what?
So, there's 4 other people in here. Why don't you just shut up, you know?
God, you can count. I knew you had to be smart to be a wrestler.
Who the hell are you to judge anybody anyway?
Really?
You know, Bender, you don't even count. You shouldn't even exist at the school in the first place. If you left, it wouldn't make any difference.
You're right. Maybe I'll just go run out and join the wrestling team. Prep club too. Student council.
No, they wouldn't take you.
I'm hurt.
You know why guys like you knock everything?
This'll be stunning.
It's because you're afraid.
Oh God, you Richies are so smart. That's exactly why I'm not heavy in activities.
You're a big coward.
I'm in the math club.
So you're afraid they won't take you. You don't belong, so you just have to dump all over it.
Well, that wouldn't have anything to do with you activities people being assholes, now would it?
Well, you wouldn't know. You don't even know any of us.
I don't know any lepers either, but I'm not gonna go run out and join one of their stupid clubs.
I'm in the physics club too.
Excuse me 1 second. What are you babbling about?
Well, what I was saying was, I'm in the math club, the physics club, and the physics club.
Oh, okay. Huh. Cherry, do you belong to the physics club?
That's an academic club.
So?
So academic clubs aren't the same as other kinds of clubs?
Yeah, but I mean, to dorks like him, they are. What do you guys do in your club anyways?
Well, in the physics club, we talk about physics. We talk about the properties of physics.
So, I mean, it's social. Sad and demented, but social, right?
I guess you can call it a social situation. There are other children in my club, and at the end of the year, we get together and have this big banquet at the Hilton.
Wow, you guys load up? You party?
No. We get dressed up, but we don't get high or anything.
Only burners like you get high.
And I forgot my shoes, and so I had to borrow some from my dad. And it's weird because my mom usually doesn't like me borrowing other people's shoes. And my cousin Kendall from Indiana, he got high once and just felt like he didn't belong. Started eating all these really weird foods, almost like a episode of the Twilight Zone, sort of.
Sounds like you.
Look, you guys keep up your talking. Mr. Vernon's gonna come right back in here. And I got a wrestling meet this weekend. I'm not gonna miss it on account of you boneheads.
Oh God, missing a whole wrestling meet. Wouldn't that be a bite?
You don't know anything about that. You never competed in your whole life.
I know. I feel all sad and empty inside because of it. You know, I have a real admiration for guys that roll around on the floor with other guys.
You don't know anything about that. You don't even have any goals in life.
I do though.
Oh?
Yeah, see, I want to be just like you. Figured all I need's a lobotomy and some tights.
You wear tights?
I wear the required uniform.
Tights?
Shut up!
You know, there's not supposed to be any monkey business.
Oh, young man, have you finished your paper?
What are you gonna do?
Drop dead, I hope.
Copacabana.
Are all these your girlfriends?
Some of them.
What about the others?
Well, some I consider my girlfriends, and some I just consider, I guess.
Consider what?
Whether or not I want to hang out with them.
You don't believe in just one guy, one girl.
Do you?
Yeah, that's how it should be.
Well, that's not for me.
Why not?
Why do you have so much stuff in your purse?
Why do you have so many girlfriends?
I asked you first.
I don't know. I guess I never throw anything away.
Neither do I.
Oh.
Andy, Allison here says she wants to run away from home because her home life is unsatisfying.
Well, everyone's home life is satisfying. If it weren't, people want to live with their family forever.
Yeah, I understand, but I think hers goes beyond, what guys like you and I consider normal and satisfying.
Never mind. Forget it. Leave me alone.
What's the deal?
No, there's no deal, Sporto. Forget it. Leave me alone.
Just wait a minute. You're carrying all that crap in your bag. You either want to run away, or you want to make us think you want to run away.
Drop dead.
The girl is an island with herself. Okay?
Hey, you want to talk?
No.
What's up?
Go away.
Go where?
Go away. You have problems.
Oh, I have problems.
You do everything everybody ever tells you to do. That is a problem.
Okay, but I didn't go and dump all the crap out of my desk and invite people into my problems, did I? So what's wrong? Is it bad? Real bad? Parents?
Yeah,
What do they do?
they ignore me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Things are clear in black and white. The living color tends to dull our sight like dynamite. Just imagine my surprise when I looked into your eyes and saw through your disguise. If we dare expose our hearts, just reveal the purest thoughts, that's when strange sensations.
Then we combined the music video with multicam production and rewrote Bruno Mars's hit, Uptown Funk, to Techtown Funk.
I hope you enjoy watching it as much as we enjoyed making it.
Here is the director's cut from Krishna Davis. Keep in mind, we are not singers or dancers.
And chef's clothes, we've got it all at Suncoast. From medicine to EMT, in a better place for me to ever be. Busting knuckles, working hard, learning from pros how to fix some cars. Certifications, getting ready, gotta kiss myself, I'm so pretty. So hot, hot there. Got police and firemen, so hot, hot there. Got Cosmo and plumbing, so hot, hot there. There's video, digital design, so hot, hot there. Things happening all the time. Good teachers, hallelujah. Cheap tuition, hallelujah. Snack machines, hallelujah. Techtown Funk gon' give it to ya. Cause Techtown Funk gon' give it to ya. Cause Techtown Funk gon' give it to ya. It's 8 a.m. and we in the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh, stop. Wait a minute. It's time for class and I still ain't in it. Gotta get to class, gotta get my hours. We got uniforms, so don't come in trousers. From RHS to SHS to Northport and even Venice. We got different people who got different plans, but one thing's the same, we gon' finish. So hot, hot there. We got police and firemen, so hot, hot there. We got Cosmo and plumbing, so hot, hot there. There's video, digital design, so hot, hot UMT tuition, hallelujah. Snack machines, hallelujah. Cause Techtown Funk gon' give it to ya. Techtown Funk gon' give it to ya. Cause Techtown Funk gon' give it to ya. It's 8 a.m. and we ain't the spot. Don't believe me, just watch. Come on. Don't believe me, just watch. 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 Hey, 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 oh!
And then we recreated classic scenes from film, shot for shot, cut for cut.
Enjoy.
Mr. Hahn, Miss Regina is ready to see you now.
Actually, we're going to be interviewing as a team.
We're here to up.
Well, Brennan, you've certainly had a lot of jobs.
I'm a bit of a spark plug and a human resources lady.
Oh, no, it's Pam.
I'm sorry. Well, Pam,
No, my name is Pam.
Are you saying Pan or Pam?
I'm saying Pam. Yeah, I'm sorry. Who's this gentleman sitting behind you?
Hello, Miss Lady. My name is Dale. I'm Brennan's stepbrother, and I think I might be able to help this whole Pan-Pam dilemma.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Pam.
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 Panned.
With an M.
There's a D on the end.
There's no D. It's Pam.
It's like calm. It's P-A-M.
M. Two M's. That was the
there's
confusion.
Just one M.
What do you say we interview you?
Yeah, that can sometimes be useful exercise. Alright, you can put your hand down. Alright, go ahead.
How much money do you make a year before taxes?
I'm not comfortable answering that question.
Come on!
We're doing the interview now, not you.
Alright, shot out of a cannon. Barbara Walters. Oprah. Your wife. You gotta bang one, marry one, kill one. Go!
I think we're done here. Thank you.
Okay, first of all, I needed
Wait,
someone...
shut your mouth.
Oh,
Shut up 1 second.
I needed
Wait,
someone...
shut your
what
mouth.
did you just-
You're just coming off as stupid.
I'm coming off as stupid. You're wearing tuxedos to a job that requires you to clean bathrooms. Please leave this office. We're done with this interview.
Do we get any sort of souvenir?
Get out of my office!
I'm just looking to hire guys I can hang out with for like 12 hours a day. You guys seem like cool guys. You got haircuts similar to mine. You wear tuxedos in the interview. It's funny. It's ironic. I get that. You know, I think it's funny as hell. So, you guys are in. You're hired. You know, unless you're like the weirdest guys ever and I don't see it.
Great.
Is that a fart?
I don't know.
I can taste it on my tongue.
Well, I'm gonna be honest, I did fart.
Is that onion? Onion and ketchup. It stinks. It's a small room.
Damn.
Okay, now the tuxedos seem kind of f***ed up.
The next project was one of my favorites. I've always been a fan of the long take, and we got a chance to try our hands at it.
Story followed a dollar bill as it changed hands 5 times, and it all had to be shot in one continuous take.
Enjoy our production of Dollar Dollar Bill.
All in.
I'll go on also.
I'm in.
Anything else?
Let's see, my chain.
I'll throw in one of myself.
I guess I'll throw this movie in here.
Let's do this.
Is it a ring? All right.
Let's do it. Oh,
Yes, sir.
Are you kidding me? Oh, this is rigged,
Man,
bro.
what is this shit?
Welcome to Pawn Stars Pawn Shop. What can I get for you?
Hello. Is there anything can I trade for $1 million?
This is the best I could do. It's a collector's item.
6'9", nah, I can't take this.
Well, I could hold on to this until we find something better.
All right, sure.
All right. Put it in the safe.
So what other stuff y'all sell?
We mainly sell CDs, but anything over $1 million we keep in storage for security purposes.
So how much is that Michael Jackson one cost?
I'd say about 10,000.
All right, I'm going on break.
All right.
You get the stuff?
Yeah, you got the money?
Right here.
Drop that on purpose? Oh, must be my lucky day. 3 million. Wait, $1 million bucks? Well, that seems so familiar. Oh well. Gentlemen, another game, shall we?
We ended the year by creating informational videos on specific topics.
The topics covered including everything from setting up a C-stand to removing noise in Adobe Audition, but were all elements of video production and post-production.
So for your edification, here are a couple of our 1-minute informational videos.
Hey guys, today I will be walking you through how to set up a light stand and a Fresnel to get perfect lighting like we have here on our model Gavin. First thing you are going to want to do is you are going to want to get your light stand and open the legs. Make sure everything is tightened when you lock it down. Next thing you want to do is put your sandbag under for stability. Then you're going to want to hook up your Fresnel by sliding it onto the slot and making sure it's locked on all the way. Then you are going to want to slide the wire through the legs in case you trip it. Then you are going to want to open the screen and drop the green screen down into it so you get the nice filter. Then you are going to want to wrap the diffusion around the light and clip it on with some C47s. And boom, you turn it on, you're set up and ready to go. Final thing to learn is the spot and flood tool, which helps narrow or widen the ray of light getting through.
Next, we learned about sound design, as we used Foley, sound effects, and music to texture the otherwise silent animated short, Snack Attack. Enjoy.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed it.
And cut.
Christian, you're like yelling right in my ear.
I like how we never gave Mr. Gray a chance to count down. Our last send-off to him is not allowing him to actually say a word.
I heard your voice over everyone else's.